Right. So have you ever felt like your brain is just like a web browser with like a million tabs open?
Oh, yeah.
That's me all the time,
Yeah.
constantly battling distractions. It's like our modern world is designed to steal our focus,
Totally.
which is why I'm so excited about this deep dive. We're exploring Tritaka,
Yes.
an ancient technique for like developing razor-sharp focus.
Tritaka is a form of concentration meditation
Okay.
with roots in ancient India, practiced by monks and warriors for centuries.
Monks and warriors. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Yeah.
But like, what exactly is Tritaka?
It's deceptively simple. You fix your gaze on a single point,
Mm-hmm.
a candle flame,
Yeah.
a black dot,
Yeah.
even your own reflection. The key is choosing something that helps you maintain unwavering attention.
So like zoning out at a candle, is that the secret weapon of ancient warriors?
Not exactly zoning out, it's about active concentration. Unlike passive concentration where your mind's on autopilot picking up random thoughts like lint, Tritaka forces you to consciously hold your attention.
Ah, so it's more like mental weightlifting,
Yes.
strengthening that focus muscle. But how does staring at something actually make you more focused?
Think of it this way. You're training your mind to resist distractions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like building a mental dam to hold back the flood of thoughts
Yeah.
that constantly vie for your attention.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal here.
Right.
But our source material mentions a whole bunch of benefits
Yeah.
beyond just focus. What else can Tritaka do?
It's said to reduce mental clutter,
Mm,
increase willpower,
okay,
enhance visual memory,
yeah,
calm the nervous system,
right.
and even boost productivity.
Hold on. Increased willpower. I'm all for less mental clutter. But how does staring at a dot make me more disciplined? That's the part I'm a little skeptical about.
Well, the act of holding your attention on one thing,
Mm-hmm.
resisting the urge to look away or get distracted,
Yeah.
directly strengthens your willpower.
Okay.
Every time you resist that urge,
Yeah.
you're flexing that mental muscle.
Interesting. So it's not about forcing willpower. It's about training it through this focused attention.
Yes,
Kind of like how lifting weights strengthens your physical muscles.
exactly. And that strengthened willpower spills over into other areas of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You're better able to resist temptations,
Right.
stick to your goals,
Yeah.
and make decisions aligned with your values.
That makes sense. But speaking of benefits, you mentioned enhanced visual memory.
Mm-hmm.
How does Tritaka improve that? Is this going to make me remember where I put my keys?
While it might not solve your key-finding woes directly,
Okay.
Tritaka does train your brain to observe and process visual information more deeply.
Mm-hmm.
By focusing intensely on a single object,
Okay.
you're essentially teaching your visual system to pay attention to details it might otherwise miss.
So it's like upgrading your visual software.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that enhanced visual processing can lead to improved recall,
Mm.
a richer imagination,
Yeah.
and even increased creativity.
Wow. From warrior to artist with one simple technique. That's quite a range. I'm curious, what did ancient cultures understand about focus that we seem to be missing in our hyper-distracted world?
They recognized that undivided attention wasn't just a nice to have.
Yeah.
It was essential for mastery in any field, whether it was meditation,
Yeah.
combat,
Yeah.
or craftsmanship. They understood that true skill arose from the ability to focus deeply and shut out distractions.
So it's not just about getting things done faster. It's about tapping into a deeper level of skill and presence
Exactly.
through focused attention.
And that's something we seem to have lost sight of
Yeah.
in our quest for constant stimulation and instant gratification.
Okay, I'm feeling a little convicted now. All those notifications,
Right.
the endless scroll, it's like we're training our brains to be distracted,
Mm-hmm.
not focused.
But back to Tritaka. How does this practice actually calm the nervous system? Is it just the lack of distractions?
It's more than that.
Okay.
By focusing your attention inward,
You're shifting your mental state away from the constant chatter
yeah,
and anxieties of daily life.
right.
It's like pressing the pause button on your stress response.
So instead of trying to fight against those feelings,
Yeah.
you're creating a space of inner peace where they can simply dissolve. That's a pretty powerful concept.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something earlier that I'm really curious about.
Okay.
You said Tritaka can increase gray matter in the brain.
Yes, studies have shown that meditation-based focused techniques like Tritaka can actually increase gray matter density
Okay.
in certain areas of the brain.
Okay, I know gray matter is a good thing, but break that down for me. What does more gray matter actually do?
Gray matter is essentially the processing power of your brain. More gray matter means better memory,
Okay.
enhanced learning capacity,
Yeah.
and even increased emotional regulation.
So not only does Tritaka give you laser focus,
Mhm.
but it also potentially makes you smarter and more emotionally stable.
Mhm.
I'm starting to think this is less about conquering the world and more about mastering your own internal world.
You're picking up on something very important here.
Okay.
While Tritaka can certainly help you achieve external goals,
Mm-hmm.
its true power lies in its ability to cultivate inner peace and self-mastery.
Right.
It's about becoming the observer of your thoughts rather than being swept away by them.
That's a powerful image. I'm starting to see how this ancient practice could be incredibly relevant to our modern lives.
Yes,
It's not just about productivity, it's about finding a sense of stillness and clarity
exactly.
in a world that's constantly trying to pull us in a million different directions.
And that's what makes Tritaka so fascinating. It's a practice that can transform both your outer and inner world.
Before we all rush off to light a candle and stare at it, is there anything else we should know about Tritaka before giving it a try?
That's a great question. And it leads perfectly into a final thought that I think is crucial to understanding the full power of Tritaka. You see, while our source material emphasizes Tritaka's benefits for productivity and external success,
Right.
there's another layer to this practice that's often overlooked.
Ooh, I love when we uncover those hidden layers.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
If we connect Tritaka to the bigger picture of yogic philosophy,
Okay.
we see that it's not just about training your attention
Right.
for external gain.
Yeah.
It's also a powerful technique for cultivating inner peace,
Okay.
self-awareness,
Mhm.
and a deeper understanding of your own mind.
So it's not just about powering through my to-do list,
Right.
but also about calming the mental storm. I
Yeah,
have to admit, that's the part I'm most drawn to.
exactly. And that's where the real magic of Tritaka lies.
Yeah.
It's a practice that can transform both your outer and inner world.
I'm really struck by this idea of Tritaka as a path to self-mastery. It makes me think about all the times I felt like a slave to my own thoughts, constantly reacting to every notification,
Right.
every email, every little thing that pops into my head.
And that's the beauty of Tritaka.
Yeah.
It gives you the tools to step back from that reactive state and cultivate a sense of spaciousness within your own mind. You become the observer of your thoughts rather than being swept away by them.
It's like taking back control of the steering wheel
Yeah.
instead of letting your thoughts drive you all over the place.
Right.
Instead of being a passenger in your own mind, you're finally in the driver's seat.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
And the more you practice Tritaka,
Mm-hmm.
the more you strengthen that inner observer, that sense of calm and clarity that allows you to navigate the world with more intention and purpose.
This is all making so much sense now. It's not just about willpower or forcing yourself to focus. It's about cultivating a different quality of attention altogether, one that's both powerful and effortless.
You're getting it. It's like training your mind to be calm and still so that focus becomes natural.
Right.
Almost like breathing.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. I've tried so many different stress reduction techniques,
Yeah.
but most of them feel like a temporary fix.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds more like a fundamental shift in how you relate to your own mind.
And that shift in perspective can be life-changing.
Wow.
When you're no longer constantly battling distractions, when you
Right.
have that inner stillness,
Right?
you're able to access a level of creativity, clarity,
Right.
and insight that was always there but was hidden beneath the surface.
It's like finally silencing the noise so you can hear your own inner wisdom.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
I'm so excited to start experimenting with Tritaka,
Yeah?
and I have a feeling our listeners are too.
I hope so.
So before we sign off, is there anything else you want to leave our audience with? Any final words of wisdom?
I'd simply say this. Don't underestimate the power of this ancient practice. Tritaka is a gift from the past that has the potential to transform your present and future.
Right.
Give it a try. Explore it with an open mind and heart and see what unfolds.
Beautifully said. I think that's the perfect note to end on. A big thank you to our expert for guiding us through this fascinating deep dive into Tritaka.
It's been a pleasure.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a topic that's sure to expand your mind and ignite your curiosity. Until then, stay curious, stay focused, and keep exploring. You mentioned another aspect of Tritaka worth exploring.
Yeah.
What else is there? I feel like we've already uncovered so much.
We've talked about the practical benefits, the mental discipline, the inner peace.
Right.
But Tritaka can also be a gateway to deeper self-knowledge.
Ooh. Okay, now we're getting into the really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this self-knowledge aspect.
Think about it. You're training your mind to become still to observe without judgment. That very act of observation
Right?
can reveal incredible insights
Yeah.
about your own thoughts,
Okay.
patterns, and motivations.
So it's not just about focusing on a candle flame. It's about turning that same focused awareness inward, shining a light on your own inner workings.
Exactly. And that's where things can get really fascinating.
Okay.
You might start to notice habitual thought patterns that are holding you back, limiting beliefs that you weren't even aware of.
Wow. So Tritaka is like holding up a mirror to your own mind. That could be a little daunting, but also incredibly liberating.
It's both. It can be challenging to confront those hidden aspects of ourselves, but it's also the first step towards real growth and transformation.
It makes me think of that quote, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Tritaka seems to be a powerful tool for examining our own lives, our own minds, with clarity and honesty.
And that kind of self-awareness is essential for making conscious choices, for breaking free from those unconscious patterns that keep us stuck.
So it's not just about being more focused and productive, it's about becoming more conscious, more intentional in how we live our lives.
Precisely. And that's why Tritaka is so much more than just a productivity hack. It's a practice that can fundamentally change how you relate to yourself and the world around you.
I'm so glad we went beyond the surface-level benefits of Tritaka and explored this deeper dimension of self-knowledge. It feels like we've uncovered a hidden treasure.
And the best part is, this treasure is available to anyone who's willing to put in the time and effort to practice.
I know I'm personally feeling incredibly inspired to start incorporating Tritaka into my own life, and I have a feeling our listeners are too.
Okay.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, any final words of wisdom for our audience?
I'd encourage everyone to approach Tritaka with a sense of curiosity and playfulness. Don't get too hung up on doing it right
Yeah.
or achieving some kind of perfect focus.
Right.
Just allow yourself to explore the practice, notice what you discover, and enjoy the journey.
That's such great advice. It's a reminder that meditation doesn't have to be serious or intimidating. It can be an enjoyable and even fun way to connect with yourself on a deeper level.
Exactly. And who knows, you might even find that the most profound insights come when you least expect them.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on. A huge thank you to our expert for guiding us through this fascinating deep dive into Tritaka. I feel like I've learned so much, not just about the practice itself, but about the power of focus and attention in our lives.
It's been a pleasure sharing this exploration with you.
And to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to explore the transformative potential of Tritaka. We'll be back soon with another episode, diving into a new topic that's sure to expand your mind and ignite your imagination. Until then, stay curious, stay focused, and keep exploring.